pause it and wait until they get the trophy.
Well, they were playing rough because they lost Smash. But they've been smashing their heads in. Oh. Uh-huh.
And it doesn't stop there, it keeps going and going and going. And we all know what it's like to lose a game. It can be very frustrating.
Bloody hell. Just because you lost the final. I know it's sad that you lost the final.
Exactly.
But it's not the end of the world, is it? He looks knackered.
Here come he is.
Yeah, what he has built here is incredible team spirit. And a lot was made, actually, that there were no Real Madrid players in this team and in this squad when he selected the squad. Obviously, there is now, because Cucurella has of course, moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid. But there is clearly time and time again, don't we, for Arsenal? But these all came after the red card for Enzo Fernandez. Let's have a little look at the second yellow, Joe, that obviously, as they call it tactfully these days, they don't call them losers' medals anymore. Those medals before.
I think he'll be relieved the Spain won in the end because obviously he had to make some big calls early doors. He decided not to,
from the manager to put him in these big games, and obviously he's played a lot of games for Spain already, but to be able to get thrown in and perform.
The names, the historical names, it was Thibaut Courtois before that.
What a trophy cabinet he's got at home. Wow, fully deserved.
Huge roar.
Successes of, in particular, Real Madrid, but also Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Valencia, Sevilla, and the other great Spanish club sides on the greatest world stage. It's incredible, really, that prior to tonight, they'd only ever been world champions once before. No changes. Changes with a youngish team that has plenty more to offer. Montpellier of Atletico Madrid, only 23, only capped 3 times. Alex Grimaldo is 30. Might not have too much more of the road to travel, but he'll be around for a while yet. Eric Garcia likewise at only 23. The future is certainly bright. And the tradition and the methods will continue. Alan Luis de la Fuente will still be in charge of the national team. The same coaches will be in charge of the youth setup. They will play the same way from 10 years old to 36.
And so they should, because Beauty has beaten the beast today, and they deserved it. They've been the best team. They didn't panic. They had that draw in the first game against Cape Verde, but nothing changed. They believe in what they do, and so they should, because they've had success and it works. And they are brilliant at what they do, and they ain't going away in a hurry.
Danny Olmo followed by Crystal Palace's Yeremy Pino, who got on as a substitute a couple of times in the tournament, but didn't play any part in the game this evening. And then Pedro Porro, who's just signed a new long-term deal with Spurs, and when you look at the recruitment Spurs have made for the coming season, he clearly wants to be a part of that, and he's been superb for Spain at this World Cup.
Well, they all have. You keep on saying one goal. One goal. Simon's had to face 10 shots on target this tournament. 10 shots on target in 8 games. I mean, the work that goes on in front of him to stop that is incredible.
And they follow Italy in 1938 and 1982, and West Germany in 1990 as the only teams to have won the World Cup without ever being behind in any game. You were mentioning about Unai Simon getting the Golden Glove. Well, the stats don't lie, but then he's not had anything more to do.
10 shots on target, but I think that is how brilliant they are as a team, how they work as a team. We've all praised their passing and how they keep the ball and make it very difficult for the opposition. But when they haven't got the ball as well, they're so impressive. They work hard, get the numbers right in and behind the ball, and those spaces that teams want to play in, they don't allow you.
We've already seen Gavi. There's 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, followed onto the podium by Pedri at 23. And then this young man. I was absolutely delighted to see him get the Young Player Award. For once, the centre-backs were out.
Just looks so cool on the ball, so good on the ball. Under any stress at any time, be magnificent.
Marc Cucurella, who is Mr. Consistent for special word from Gianni Infantino. And a great job from the President of the USA. And King Felipe VI has a hug for Marc Cucurella. Apparently the tallest reigning monarch, did you know? At 6'5.5". Who did that information? Wikipedia. Actually, a sporting pedigree of his own. He was in Spain's Olympic sailing team at the 1992 Games. Finished 6th though. He didn't get a gold medal. Luis De La Fuente, the engineer of all of it. From the youth teams that he took to European and world glory, to the senior team that is now European and world champions. Following the coach, the player of the tournament, the Golden Ball winner, 2 years ago the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri will come and get his medal. Players at this tournament, wouldn't you know it, being the USA, are also going to get special Super Bowl style rings. And FIFA naturally making another almost couple of thousand of them. Not for charity. And for Rodri, from the King, and from all the Spanish dignitaries, and he will have the task of lifting the World Cup trophy. The class of 2010 have been here to watch the next generation lift Spain to world football glory. They've been gazed upon by Xavi, Iniesta, Ramos, Casillas, Puyol and all. But now it's the turn of the next all-talented Spain team. Rodri must feel like the king of the world right now. The President's not going to leave the scene lightly. A little like Chelsea in the Club World Cup final last year. He's going to stay on the end. And Gianni's never far away. And now it is the moment that the whole of Spain is watching. Spain in 2026 are, for the second time in their history, champions of the world.